guys, we got Garrett Goodwin in the house, drummer for Carrie Underwood, and he's teaching us a couple things today, making it happen. Dude, what are you teaching us right now?
I'm going to teach a song, Before He Cheats, the groove to Before He Cheats. It's and I want to teach, it can seem like such a simple song drum-wise, but the dynamic side of it is what's huge. And for so many songs, it can seem like such a boring beat throughout, but if you take each section and really focus in on the dynamics of each section, it's huge. And it's to me, when I'm watching a drummer, it's what I look for.
Right.
You know, if a guy can really bring it down and then it explodes on the chorus, it's awesome.
Well, man, I think later I'm probably going to really delve into asking you a lot about your inspiration, but Abe Laboriel is that guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right? We won't even go there right now, but Paul McCartney's drummer, he's that guy.
Oh, man. He's
so
the man.
This is your kind of like your tip of the hat in some ways to Abe with the way you're playing this live.
Yep.
It's the same groove the whole time, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's the same groove the whole time. It just obviously different sections are brought down to just a hi-hat even at one point.
Do you want to just start by showing us the groove that we're focusing on?
Yep, absolutely. It's
Okay, so we've got just some ghost notes on the snare. The groove is 1 and 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a da right?
Yep.
You're adding in a little diddle at that one, and then you're also adding in an open hi hat on the 1. And is it on the end of 1? Yeah.
I think it switches every. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Cool. And you just kind of, and again, it's feel. These are subtle
That's
little
right.
nuances.
It's going to be different throughout. I mean, there might be there's some kind of pushes on the chorus, so the hi-hat kind of lands in a different place.
Right.
And so it's not necessarily going to be exactly an exact maybe pattern necessarily with the hi-hat opening and closing.
Yeah. Now, we kind of gave this a name. We're calling it like Dynamics Lessons with Garrett, man, because this is what you do.
Yeah.
I feel like as a drummer, this is really what's paved the way for you. You take grooves.
Yep.
They don't have to be crazy grooves,
Yeah.
but you make it dynamic, you make it grow, and like you take us on a roller coaster, man. So with this groove, how are we going to do that?
Well, we'll start with a verse because it's the most broken down part, I'd say. We'll just start with the verse groove. Super simple. It's kind of what I just played, but yeah. Add in, I'm trying to play the song in my head as I go,
right.
but there's a lot of there's different accents throughout the song that something that I found too that I've learned as I've progressed in drumming is if you really listen to a vocal in a song, there's a lot of cues off a vocal. So even so much as in that song there is take a baseball bat to the headlight or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like that's it's like that should be a dramatic hit, And not all songs are that way, but I find if you really take into consideration the vocal and where it lands in even certain words, it's pretty interesting.
It's cool. I mean, I don't know this song crazy well.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard it, and I love this track. It's a killer track. But right away, I think of the one line, maybe this is in the second verse, where she says, right now.
Yep.
I'm not going to even attempt to sing it like Carrie over here. And then the second time she says it, it's like, right now, and then you're going to hit that. That was my country twang. My voice.
I like it. It's
and
good.
then you typically crash on that, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, there's little stuff, little accents.
So... kind of fits right with her vocal in and out, not covering up what she's doing, but almost accenting it on the accents of what she's saying and singing.
That was exactly the spot I'm talking about, which is so cool to actually get to hear that, because I mean, guys, we're kind of doing this on the fly, which I love. This is the whole point, is to everything we do with 180 Drums, we want to really educate you in as much of an authentic way as possible, with as much authenticity. So this is really cool to see what you're doing, see you're applying this. Now, how are you going to build this? We've got the idea for the verse. We're just playing the groove. We've got some accents happening.
Yep.
How's this going to transition in the chorus?
So it's pretty simple. I mean, you're going to go to more of an open hi-hat. It's going to make it feel bigger. You know, it grows out of the verse. So I'll play a little bit of the verse and then the small transition into the chorus, and you can hear the difference in dynamics from brought down to here up to
Awesome.
about here.
Cool.
So. So you hear the transition between the verse and the chorus. It just builds it up, brings it up, gives it more energy.
Yeah, man, I didn't want you to stop. I was immediately singing along. That's just how good these songs are, man.
Yeah.
And that's how good these parts are, because your parts complement what's happening so much. Like, I noticed, I think it was on like 4, on beat 4, you're always adding in that crash every other time, I think.
Yep.
And then when the whole section turned around, you also crashed on 1.
Yep.
Right? And it's like, that's what you've done to
Absolutely.
make it sound killer and to add so much to it. Do you want to do us a favor and just play like maybe just 2 bars of the verse groove and then go straight into the chorus groove, just so we can hear that difference?
Yep.
Unreal, man. That sounds killer.
Yeah.
And right away, that song's playing in my head, and you're really helping delve into that. So, okay, to take it a step further, if we go to a bridge now, how do you make that sound any bigger, possibly?
Well, again, I mean, for me, I seem to bash a lot, but again, I want the energy. I want it to feel huge. And for that to translate in an arena or a festival or these big venues, I find that the little stuff might not translate as much, and just big drums, big dumb drums almost is what I say a lot, And so for that, I would pretty much take it to the ride and add in some more crashes, maybe some more fills.
Right.
And then because right after the bridge, it brings it down to this real small thing, and then a build up to the last chorus, which is, bigger than all of it. So.
Right. Okay, well, why don't we do this then, to try and make this all happen without playing through the whole song?
Yeah.
Why don't you play a little bit of the chorus,
Okay.
going into the bridge,
Yep.
and then come out of that into the verse.
Cool.
Cool? And
Perfect.
you can shorten the bridge section a little bit, like just to show us those dynamic levels.
Absolutely. All right. That was kind of a little bit of the verse, little of the chorus, little of the bridge, goes into a breakdown, builds back up into that bigger chorus.
Are you guys getting this? Like, are you guys seeing what's happening? Because, dude, I'm watching this, and this is so impressive to me, man, because right away I'm hearing the sections you're in, I'm hearing the vocal line, like, sitting almost over top of what you're playing. I can hear all this stuff, and how well everything you're playing is suited towards the song.
Yep.
Which is unreal, man.
Absolutely.
It's funny. I think as drummers we forget about that.
Yeah.
But dude, that's your job, and that's what you're doing
It's
so
musical.
well.
It's musical.
Yeah.
You have to remember what is going to complement the music most at the end of the day. I mean, especially if you're playing for an artist.
Yeah.
You really have to understand that, and not just, it's not all about you. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. And the only other thing that you were kind of adding, I guess, to the groove is you are adding some extra bass drums in here and there within the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And is the bass player doing something really different there?
You know what? I don't know.
Put you on the spot, man. Put you on the spot. But it's cool because I can hear that influence of, like, there's just more low end happening. You're driving everything a little bit. And then when you come into that last chorus section, it's kind of like every accent you can hit, you're kind of finding a place for it.
Yep.
You left out the one backbeat and did a snare build.
Yeah.
It's like really thought out within the context of the melody, which is killer.
Absolutely.
So, guys, this has been what did we decide to call this? Dynamic lessons?
Yeah.
Which is perfect, man. We're learning dynamics with Garrett, and this is kind of the beginning of the series where we're just going to do a bunch of this for fun and talk about a bunch of different grooves. So, man, why don't you play us out and give us some dynamic grooves on the way out, man?
All right, sounds good.